Oh, I ran across something pretty interesting, and I thought maybe some of you out there would like to listen to it and look at it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of direct you to a channel, if I could, and it's called Two Lees in a Pod, and they posted a little while ago today. And I'm going to. It's under on their channel. It's called Posts. Okay, it's Two Lees in a Pod on YouTube. I want to redirect you from my channel to there. I want to show you how to get there. Anyway, Michael Volpe, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, has been investigating a little bit about the neighbor dispute that involves a Jeremy Hales and Michelle Preston and John Cook. And it's been all over YouTube, so most of you are already aware of all this that's going on, okay? And Volpe happened to come across some things out there, and like I say, he's investigating all the surrounding people involved with this neighbor dispute and some of the court cases that were going on as well. Okay, and what I'm trying to do is show you a way to find out about all this stuff, quite frankly. And that way you don't think I'm BSing you or anything. I'm sending you in a direction where you get the real deal from the horse's mouth, if you will. Okay? So under posts of Two Lees in a Pod, on the very top, and this was put up there a little over an hour ago, there is and I'm going to read you the headlines that is on this, this scoop, if you will. Okay, let me see if I can. Whoops, wrong one. I got two computers here going. All right. Under the first post, it says Michael Volpe investigates. Did Jeremy Hales recruit a scumbag lawyer to draft a bogus custody petition? ? In the summer and fall of 2024, Jeremy Hales started a storyline the child was in danger behind the scenes. A Miami law firm used his findings to file a frivolous petition. Okay? Now, this is actually leading you to this Volpe that's doing the investigating. That way, I'm not BSing you or just coming up with stuff. I get accused all the time of telling lies and all kinds of stuff, but I'm just telling you, I pick it back up off from somewhere else. So under that post, there is the connection to get to this Michael Volpe who's doing it. And now I'm going to press on it here, okay? And that headline that I gave you, that's at the very top of it. This is what he puts on there. Michael Volpe investigates. He does investigating on this he is a reporter. He has his own channel, but he has a lot of avenues that he works off from to make these different reports. And in the very first one, it says, petitioner is an extended family member who is related to the minor child within the third degree by blood or marriage to a parent. Petitioner's relationship to the minor child is biological aunt, but she is actually the biological sister of the child's biological father, Victor Brown. And petitioner is also the foster parent caring for the child's siblings. In other words, this young child that is being raised from birth, by the way, by Michelle, has other siblings, but they're being taken care of by the the sister of the male parent. Okay? Now, as I go down through this, you're going to get more things, okay? So as I go down through here, the things that were used on this petition to open up the, or to try to do this aunt was trying to take the child away, let's put it that way, from Michelle Preston. And it looks like it was generated because of, and we can't say that for certain, at least I can't, that there were YouTube videos put up. And on this one, it says child services called cops on her. This happens to be the title on a YouTube, and on a video that was put up by Mr. Hales, okay? And there's another one here. And it shows shots of the yard, and it shows some junk out there, and looks like there's a trailer there that had garbage in it, okay? Which isn't unusual on pictures of that. Apparently it came off from and you can see it was off from a YouTube video, all right? And then it comes down, cop below that is a episode where Volpe and he's got a partner. We're discussing this on their YouTube. This is all the allegations wound up unsubstained, okay? Hales may have, and here's what Volpe wrote on his over there. Hales may have recruited members of the biological family to file a bogus petition to get custody of the child. There is no question members of the biological family filed a bogus petition. It's not clear how much involvement Hales had. He definitely interviewed them and set up a fundraiser for legal bills. And down below that is in their YouTube, okay? I think on that and it's another one that Hales had put up. And what they're doing is they redirect you to that. You can actually listen to that video as well. Below that is a picture of the biological aunt, okay? And she was contacted by Volpe to answer back about this investigation that he's doing, okay? And here's what I'm going to tell you. On September 26th of 24, the girl's biological aunt, and I'm not going to put the name on there, you read it yourself when you get there, filed an emergency petition for temporary custody by extended family. And the picture is there of her, okay? And then it says, I reached out to this woman's Facebook Messenger, but she did not respond. The lawyer hired to file this bogus petition was Jenny Consuego from the Miami Family Law Group, okay? And there's a picture of this woman there too, all right? Now, Michael reached out to Miss Consuegra, email, but received no response. He also reached out by email to the head of the law firm, but received no response. He also sent an email to Hale's attorney, Randall Shockett, but he didn't respond. So what has happened before this was put out, and this was put out apparently either earlier today or yesterday, sometime, trying to get remarks back because investigators, when they're investigating, they always try to get to all parties to get a response and explain to them that they're going to put this out to the public. So this is out to the public right now, okay? And that's why I'm giving it to you. I want you to see firsthand what's going on here. All right. It says here, petitioner is also the foster parent caring for the child's siblings. In other words, the aunt. It says, alternatively, should petitioner not be considered to be an extended family member, petitioner should be considered as a minor child's figurative kin, pursuant to Florida Statute 39.01, parentheses 29, since she has emotionally significant relationship with a minor child which possesses all the characteristics of a family relation to the child. It says biological, in this portion of the petition, Consuegua made two frivolous arguments. First, as a biological aunt of a girl adopted at birth. This girl was adopted at birth, by the way, okay? Miss Nelson has no more standing to file than do I or any of the Consuegua acknowledge that Nelson's brother had his rights terminated, okay? Terminated means no longer a father, okay? The definition of fictive kin is a person unrelated by birth, marriage, or adoption who has emotionally significant relationship to a child. A biological aunt who hasn't seen the child since birth is not fictive kin. The girl was adopted at birth. Mrs. Nelson may have seen her at the hospital. That's it. Then Consuegua, using the legal term upon information and belief, listed out all the allegations which brought this petition forward, okay? Now, here's what was listed in the petition. Upon information and belief, the child is living in a shed on the property, not being encouraged or taught age-appropriate growth markers such as potty training and needing to go in a bucket which is emptied onto property at large. In other words, what they're saying is that when she does go, she has to go in a bucket, and then it's taken out in the yard and dumped. That's E of this petition, Part E. Part F, upon information and belief, the child is living on property which is being used as a turtle sanctuary and riddled with small ponds, which present substantial hazards for a 4-year-old child who might not be under proper supervision. Now, it's what they're saying, might not. In other words, under here, they wouldn't know one way or the other. And the small ponds that we're talking about would be if there's substantial rain. Pond-wise, no. Rain comes and forms temporary ponds, and then it goes away by natural evaporation or saturation or runoff. Okay, the property is properly balanced, and in the area, it's not even considered a wetland. Okay, it's buildable land. And by the way, this acreage has a septic system that is built by state statutes as well as county and inspected and is new. Okay, so just to let you know, there is sewer on this side. Okay, the next part, G. Upon information and belief, the child's adopted mother locks her in the camper, which has no air. There's air conditioning in there, and it is being utilized, okay? It also has a bathroom in it that is hooked up to a septic system. For hours at a time in order to punish her. I don't know where they get the hours at a time. And I realize that there was a point where people came there and were taking pictures, were temporarily, while Michelle was trying to dig stuff out for the people that were leaving, or the guy that was leaving there. He apparently had some stuff stored on the property. She was trying to get it out. During that period of time, to keep the other people from entering that trailer, she locked it. Michelle was the only one on the property at the time. There was nobody to watch the child. And we're talking minutes, not hours. And she did unlock it. But let me tell you something. There is nothing wrong. And by the way, on the inside of your trailer, there's a thing that you can flip the lock on to get out. It's not a one lock locks at all. It's not that type of lock. When you're on the inside, you just turn the latch and open the door. This girl knows how to operate the door from the inside. It was the only reason it was locked is to keep the people that were outside from entering that trailer, that travel trailer, okay, camping trailer. Upon information and belief, the camper, which is on the property and used as a living space, is uninhabitable. It is not uninhabitable. Upon information and belief, the property itself is littered with trash, old vehicles, cages, tools, and the like. See Exhibit E, composite of. And anyway, the pictures are above up there. All this stuff, or below here, is a lie. It is not unusual for what's there to be on any property there, to include properties that were surrounding the Hales property. The reason I wanted to bring this up to you is to get this is out for the public, is to let you see it. I on a regular basis, I'm attacked on this channel because people believe I'm not telling the truth about the property, and I'm not telling you the truth about the circumstances, and you don't believe the law is involved in any way, that the only person that knows anything about this is Mr. Hales. What I'm trying to do is get this out to you so that you understand there are other people involved in here, including the Sheriff's Department and the Child Protective Services. And now this investigator, there's at least 2 investigators going at this right now, looking at this very closely. This lawsuit to go after the child was considered at the time, it's being used as an example, as a frivolous lawsuit. Anyway, you're going to find out that as time goes on and more of this comes out from the investigators that are involved right now in the case, a lot of things you've been told, every time I've been on here, I've tried to tell you, by my opinion, mountains have been made out of molehills. And I've told you about the fisherman's story, how the truth ends up being a lie, and that is the fisherman goes out, catches a fish. The fish isn't very big, and he throws it back. Okay, small fish. When he gets home, the fish he let go is huge. Big fish. He caught a big fish. He let it go. It was the truth that he caught a fish. The lie came when he got home and said it was bigger than what it was. So is the whole thing a lie? I mean, the one lie pretty much wipes out the other one, because he never did catch a big fish. He did catch a small fish. So are we talking 2 items or 1 item? Okay. I know a lot of you are going to say, I'm not going to say all the things you say, because some of them I wouldn't want to repeat on here. Okay? On here, and this is from Michael Volpe, the bottom of this portion of the petition gave the game away. Screenshots taken from YouTube video shot at the property. Consuela was using screenshot from Hale's YouTube channel. Consuela thought that unsubstantiated allegations made by a YouTuber involved in a lawsuit with the girl's parents were enough to file a petition to change custody. Consuela even used screenshots from Hale's YouTube videos as exhibits. Okay? Hales acknowledged in the videos that he called CPS in the video above or below. YouTube partner stated, when we called, we meaning his partner, CPS the 3rd time. The video is advanced to that portion. Okay, so when you hit the videos that are presented here, you will see him saying, yes, he called. Okay? I'm going to try to enlarge this a little bit, make it easier to read. Okay. Petitioner first called on or around April 2nd of 2023. called again at some point after that, but did not write down the specific date, time, and called again on August 16th of 2024. So, you know, what we've got in here is legal documentation of an investigation by a reporter that's being put out to the public. As I speak, this is going out on other avenues, okay? So it's getting out there. We knew eventually the word would have to get out about this way of reporting and doing things. The court order made reference to the fact that although petitioner's petition for information expressed serious concerns regarding the safety of the adoptee, no indication had been made that the Department of Children and Family had been contacted with petitioner's concerns. In other words, before that, the petitioner didn't make any calls, didn't make any concerns, didn't voice anything. Although petitioner acknowledges the court's note that this issue would not be germane to the request for information made by the petitioner, petitioner will affirmatively advise the court that the Department of Children and Families has been contacted by petitioner an estimated 3 times. In other words, this petitioner on the lawsuit. However, upon information and belief, the Department of Children and Families has taken no perceivably steps to address these concerns. Instead, due to the public nature of the adoptive parents and their public feud with YouTube celebrity, petitioner believes that the Department of Children and Family considers these calls as hoaxes or bids for public attention. Did you hear that? These calls, the Department of Children and Family Services considers these calls as hoaxes or bids for public attention. Okay? Consuela, I have trouble with her name, had the gall to suggest the original adoption was done fraudulently. We know that's not true. We actually seen the paperwork, didn't we? On Lee's, 2 Lees in a Pod show. Okay? The minor child was born to biological parents, and it gives that down here. However, as of September 30th, 2020, pursuant to the final order of adoption, which petitioner believes might have been obtained through fraud and deceit, the legal parent of the child is Lynette Preston. Okay? The adoption was handled by an attorney, Ms. Buchanan. Ms. Buchanan declined comment when I reached her about these allegations, but she appeared on the podcast 2 Lees in a Pod to shoot down the allegations. Now, again, this phone call is on a YouTube, and it's here. It's on this lead-in that I give you to look at. I mean, this is not BS or made up at all. What I'm giving you is the real deal, okay? Ms. Preston declined comment. The petition filed by Consuela was dismissed days after it was filed in a cursory order, okay? Now, this order is down there, all right, for all to see. This is from the legal document. Done and ordered in Sarasota County, Florida, on 9/27/2024. And the circuit judge was Maria Rule, circuit judge. And then down here, you know, from the next to the postscript, Hales moved on to other storylines shortly after the order came down. In other words, he quit going on that particular order about the child being pursued through the aunt, through the court system. Now, to get to this point, apparently he had her on one of his videos, okay, this aunt. He also started a GoFundMe, and it was $30,000+, as my understanding, was given in that fund for this lawyer. All right, that takes us to this. Here is a postscript from this whole thing. This is the second of at least 3 articles in the series. Find Article 1 here. Check out the fundraiser to fund even more articles, okay? All right, so This Michael Volpe, investigator, investigator reporter, has put this whole thing out, and you can get at it on 2 Lees in the Pod on her channel, and go to posts, and as you come down, it'll be the first one. Michael Volpe, Volpe, is the investigator, and it says Michael Volpe investigates. The link to get to this investigation is on there, and it'll take you right to it. It'll tell you, there's more to it than what I just read to you, obviously. But the videos and the proof backing all of this is on there. I'm not coming on here pretending like it's like I'm having a conversation with anybody. What I'm telling you is what I seen, and that I have no real skin in here other than as I've went along and I've tried to state different things. I've been called everything in the book. This should clear up a lot of things for you. You should be able to get enough information from this to understand when I say something about making mountains out of molehills. It also backs up about the CPS, or Child Protective Services. It's not called CPS, it's something else. It's CPF or something like that. Child Protective Child and Families Protective Service, something like that. So it's a lot different than just CPS. But you'll get it all in this story line by a professional. I am not professional by any means. And all I'm doing is relaying what is out in the public to you on my channel. It's posted. Go see it. All you have to do is go to 2 Lees in a Pod. Okay? Go under post. It is there. It will take you to Michael Volpe Investigates. This was apparently put out today. So this is fresh off the press for you to see, and this thing is moving forward. This isn't the last that you're going to see about these particular subjects. This is just a piece of it. And I know you've been hit on a regular basis trying to dispel everything that's going on out there. And you're only listening to one part of the story, and I want you to look at some of the backstory from what would be considered, I guess, the other side, if there's going to be 2 sides to this. But I want you to understand how one family is being hammered on a regular basis through YouTube, which is the mental anguish you go through when this stuff is going on. Anyway, let me know on the channel what you think of it. I hope you go over there and look at this again. The YouTube channel. To get back to here, go to 2 Lees in a Pod. On her channel, go to posts, Posts. Click on that. Come down to Michael Volpe Investigates. On there, as you go on down there and you click the buttons, in blue, you will find how to get to this article that I just read to you. In that article are the YouTube videos to back up what's in there. This is for all of you to see. It's on one spot. You don't have to go hunting and skimming through anything. It's not long-winded. It's very quick. Now you'll get to see the story, as Paul Harvey would say. And now the rest of the story. And this gives you the rest of the story on this part. Okay. When you look at those pictures, I want you to think about something. This is a acreage. When you're picking stuff up, if you have stuff dumped out, usually it's temporary till you can get it in a trailer, till you can get it to the dump. That's all it is. If you were to go on there and get good, clear pictures of the entire property, like from above or screenshot, you would see that the property is in as good or better shape than most of the property in the town. Okay. I hope I've covered my cases good enough so that you understand why I look at this. And I would like you to use it with a little bit of sense, common sense, if you will. And I want you to understand this family has went through a lot. And everybody around this family is going through it. This is a David and Goliath situation. The word steamroller has been used multiple times for the court. Steamroller. When you look at this, you're going to see a whole different side. There's going to be more investigations into the background, going backwards. You are going to see a lot. Pay attention, and it'll come out. This is the tip of the iceberg. It's going to get bigger. With that, I'm going to let you go. I've got this. This is 30 minutes. It's way too long. I didn't know if I could talk long enough to get you over to see the real deal. It is the real deal, okay? I haven't given you too much of my opinions on it because I have to think about it a little bit. This is stuff that I was aware of, and I have even reported on parts of it. But now it's all in one spot. You can see it. It's condensed down to where you can understand it. It's in layman's terms. It won't be above your head in any way. Good luck with it. And listen, I hope you've had a good past weekend. For me, things turned out real well. I didn't really plan on putting anything up today, but when I looked at this, I thought it was too important to get it out to as many people as I could so that you can see what's going on. I am right now involved with taking care of my wife as much as I can, or as much as she needs. She's recently underwent some surgery. She's doing great. Matter of fact, she's doing much better than I thought. She's up and she's got so much energy. She's quite the gal, I can tell you. You would never, the amount of things that she can do in a day is phenomenal. So I wish I could keep up with her. With that, I'm going to let you go, and we'll try to get this posted. Talk to you later. I hope you enjoyed this thing. I hope it's informative. Do what you can with it. As John would say, ta-ta, everybody.